country so they can run this country? Why not raise our children with the proper education that they're given in India and in Nigeria? How come your family doctor is from Nigeria? Because he was focusing on education and not indoctrination.
What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Starting off with some live marches. I don't have a ton of information on this. This is in Canada. I think there's two marches going on. There seems to be one in Edmonton, Alberta, and there was one in London, Ontario. Of course, all the lives are ending now, so I don't know how much of this we're going to see. We might have to do some replays and whatnot. Hold on a second, their live just froze. Just a moment. I got a few different feeds of this, but I think they're wrapping things up. I don't know what the actual cause was. If anything, it's just raising awareness for people to leave kids alone. Of course, their live is getting all janky now. Either way, we got a couple of these we're going to cover. Probably do replays. Just so we can see how it all went. But they were calling it a million-man march for protecting kids or leave the kids alone. Each one of these has a little bit different variation of how that's phrased, but all these people are here to support kids and leaving kids alone and let kids be kids. At 2 p.m., which is in an hour, we'll be covering the Orange Eagle. He's supposed to deliver remarks in Iowa. He's supposed to have multiple stops. I think we're just going to cover the first one. As far as I can tell, it's going to be just the same speech over and over again. I don't know how many stops he has today, but we're going to cover it at 2. And in between now and then, we have a video titled YouTube Blocks Russell Brand from Making Money After Sexual Assault Allegations, which sounds terrible, but it's just some YouTube censorship. Just, you know what that is. Then we have a video titled New York City Migrant Crisis. Staten Island demonstrators block bus during protest. Apparently people at Staten Island have had enough of the border crossers. Anyways, that's what's on the menu today. Let's see what's going on with this live event.
I tell the people, Canada.
The person with the cell phone, they're standing in a dead spot. I don't think they realize it. Hold on a second.
Will kill the culture. Will kill our future. The Canadian educational system is good. 95% of it is good, but 5% is poison. It will poison the moral and spiritual ability of your kids. So we have to stand up and fight for the truth. So give our kids, give our families a new insight. We are not here to talk to the people, to talk to them, to this group of people. And we hope that they will listen to us. We are talking and sending a clear message.
Ledge grounds at Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hear us. We are here. We will fight for the truth, for our family, for our children. Fight for the truth. And we'll assist the people. They are not alone. We are with them. Let me tell you the fourth.
I just found another feed. Once this freezes again, I'll switch it. Oh, that location's wrong.
It's irrational. You cannot call it.
I'll credit these people in just a moment. I'm trying to do all this stuff in the background.
What's the logic of it? It's irrational. Then the second one is absurdity. We are forced to accept absurdity, to call the sun darkness, to call the darkness light. We're in the history of humanity. You are promoted, indoctrinated with such lie, such outright deception. It's absurd. Third, when things leave without children, it is always inhuman. They remove the breast, remove the penis of kid. This is no harm. What is it? It's inhuman. The last one is profitability. Government can shepherd us like people without minds. They can manipulate you, control you, get easy money from you. But why?
Apparently there's a protest or a million march for kids in Vancouver City Hall. I don't know. I guess all of Canada is marching for children right now.
rise together to fight this fight. Satan is not foolish, right? They know they come up with lies and lies and lies and rationalize into an ideology. It's wrong, okay? Let us fight for the truth. May Jesus bless you. And there are 5 Chinese pastors, and they are here, and 12 Chinese people are here. We can join together to fight for the truth. Jesus loves you. I love you. We love each other.
Thank you so much for Chinese community, for Pakistani community, for the Muslim community across the country. We are all proud Canadians. So let's make a noise for you first, and then I will not take too much time, just say a few words. Let's make a noise for Shadow and Mike, who are the
All right, we're gonna switch to another one in just a moment.
beautiful event, and they stand for our kids to fight with us. So let's promise ourselves to them that we are with them today, tomorrow, forever.
What a turnout.
Not quite sure where this is. All of this is in Canada, but the people running these lives, I don't know if this is their first time ever doing it, but there's almost no captions, no context. I wouldn't know it was Canada if I didn't see the Canadian flags. It was somewhere in Canada this is taking place.
Alright, I end it. I'll let you guys see over there. They're going to continue for a while. Oh, maybe 100 over there. Hey! There you
Just a moment. Just abruptly cut the live. It's nice to see new live streamers. It has been a while since we had some fresh fish here. Let's see. I got 6 of these live streams now. A lot of sitting around though. Let's try this. Oh, that's not currently live. They tricked me. A lot of people pointing the camera at the ground. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? Let's see. I forgot how messy covering lives is. It's been a while. I'm not rusty, they're rusty. I don't know what this is. This is something. It's a one-man march. Not quite sure. It's supposedly a part of the kids thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Good morning, parents. I was told by last Friday, I just heard about this just last night, and
For this,
Just a moment. We're gonna flip to another one. I bet there's a billion of these on TikTok, but I'm trying not to go to TikTok because then we're stuck in that portrait mode, which sucks if you're on a TV or a computer.
nobody can cancel you unless they can sanction you. Yes. Okay. I'm not nervous at all. Thanks, guys. But about today. Today we are here and we're standing together against an incredibly harmful situation and potentially criminal problems within our communities, our province, and our nation. We are here to demand the protection of the innocence of our children. We know this global agenda is aggressive, but we are here to say no. This is the line in the sand. This is the line in the sand. Going after our children is one step too far. The sexualization of our children will not be tolerated. Materials and books containing sexually explicit content are being accessed by and pushed on our children. These materials are said to be educational. What exactly are they teaching with these materials? What are the learning outcomes that are to be measured and achieved with books that provide in-depth instruction on masturbation and sex acts?
What's up, Annette? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Donna Sparks?
Child
What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Faded? Happy Freedom. If you hooligans don't like your name in the new chat, you got to click the little silhouette of a person at the top of the chat and change your nickname, and then you'll be able to be the name you want to be in the chat over on jeffmaclive.com.
Wow, am I shaking? There's a lot of people.
10 Man, Oreo's not live. Oreo is restreaming someone else's stuff, but he's not crediting them. He's not in Canada. Oreo's not in Canada. He's showing someone else's stuff. He's just not giving them credit. So I think people are confused on what's going on over there.
Kids to be reading, but are shown and read to adults in official chambers. The call for decorum is louder than the plea to stop this monstrous attack.
What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Happy Freedom.
Give her a hug, Shadow.
What's up, everyone over on Kick? Appreciate you guys being here. What's up to Rosa? What's up, Tom Tom?
The call for decorum is louder than the plea to stop this monstrous attack. The media have not and cannot print these materials due to pornography and distribution laws. In schools, there's a push to advance curriculum that erases the age of consent under false belief that children of all ages are sexual beings. There are no facts to support any of this ideology, none of this indoctrination. The recently tabooed mutilization of body parts and the manipulation of hormones necessary for proper child development are now common practice here in Canada, all for the sake of set of beliefs based on feelings that cannot be backed by long-term scientific studies. Pornographic content can seriously harm children. Exposure to pornography or sexually explicit content at a young age has scientifically demonstrated to lead to poor mental health, sexism and objectification, broken homes, sexual...
I think in Edmonton, Alberta, I think it is, they're getting ready to march. I don't think they've actually marched yet over there. Let's see if I can pull this up. Everybody's signal sucks right now, and I don't know if it's because of all the people or what exactly is causing it. Ooh, this is a blurry mess. Well, it's definitely more active than what we're watching, so give me a second here. Just a moment. A lot of these camera people are from the convoy. They might have started when the convoy started or something, but a lot of these are familiar names that I've seen before. No worries, 10 Man. I appreciate you trying to provide me with some more links. Happy Freedom, Nefties. Appreciate you being here.
Do you know what that pink and blue flag means and actually carry the damn thing? How is it possible that a person can do that? The pedophile.
Other ones that we could fly, they're not going to like them.
You're conscious.
Happy Freedom, Skybearer. Thanks for being here.
I think it's the boys and girls, and yeah, it's crazy.
Shared what I put on your page. Turn it around and let people know who's over getting ready to do the march.
So we're just waiting, guys, for everybody to get set up. We're going to do the march here really soon. And I'll be jumping around to show everybody as much as I can.
Come on in there. Just tell them to be beautiful. On in the truck.
Yeah, Julie's in the truck. Lots of love here in Edmonton.
And we keep growing and growing.
Oh yes, here, look, we found somebody. Check this out. Let's go see who this is. Look, who's this guy right here? Freedom, let's go! There you go, everybody knows that one. Know what we're saying? Freedom! What are we saying?
There's a lady right there in that blue, right in front of that car. It's got a blue
Yeah.
thing on. Hey, she was looking for you. She wanted to meet you.
Okay, we'll take a walk. We'll go real quick.
And the problem.
At the same time, we still have
Ron Clark.
Alright, we're going to flip over to another one. There's a ton of this stuff going on. Canada is pretty much all marching. The whole country seems to be marching for children right now. Man is WYSIWYG streaming? Not that I know of. I haven't seen WYSIWYG go live in quite a while. I know that he quit for a little bit, and then I seen him come back, and then I've seen like 2 live streams since then. I'm sure if this wasn't in Canada, then Oreo and WYSIWYG would probably be there.
Come on in, everybody, close in.
What's up, Pumpkin? Happy Freedom. What's up, Derby? I'm doing good. How are you doing? DCAT, I was told the Orange Eagle would be live at 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, we got about 45 minutes till the Orange Eagle's supposed to be on stage. We are covering it. We'll have to shut off YouTube because, you know, the Orange Eagle's just too great for YouTube's community guidelines. But that's alright. I've already provided the Rumble link. Everybody on YouTube should be just watching on Rumble anyways. Thank you so much, Tom, for continuing the membership program over on Twitch for 11 months. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you. Thank you, Tom. You're awesome. Robert, Coast Guard has been deployed to stop pirates in Oakland. That's crazy. I believe it. I believe it. Everywhere where they like dumpster fires, they are burning right now. What's up, Brandon? Happy Freedom. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Dean?
Hey, before you leave.
What's up, Impreza? Happy Freedom. Don't work too hard out there. I appreciate you being here. What's up, Jerry? God bless. Happy Freedom. What's up, Marky Mark?
At least do that.
Dean, well, Canada has a groomer for a leader. Yeah. So do we. So do we. We're not in any better shape. I don't know. I like that everybody's marching and all of Canada is standing up for children. I think it's cool, but what does this really do? At this point, I just kind of feel like it just makes us feel better. I don't feel like it actually does anything. I don't know. I'm trying not to be that way, but it just feels like this isn't going to change anything. Like tomorrow, groomers will still groom.
It's actually mine.
Oh. That is fine.
Yep.
Here, Juicer, what about Corinne? I haven't seen Corinne go live in a very long time. She seems to consistently post content on her Facebook and stuff, but I don't ever catch her live. I don't know what's up with that. I think she joined some news company or something. Nothing big. It's not like she works for Fox or anything like that, but she's working for somebody. I think it's independent media, but it's like a collective. And maybe they control how she goes live and where she goes live, but it's not like it used to be. We'll switch over to something a little bit more active. We're kind of waiting for this march to start on this one live stream. Once it starts, we'll probably put them on and hang on for a while because their event is just starting. All these guys, I think they've reached their destination. That's why they're kind of just standing around and, you know, listening to each other speak and stuff. I think they've already marched to where they were marching to. But this one live in Edmonton, they haven't started yet. So I'm keeping an eye on it.
Movement is made of and all about, and we are here to make sure that it ends now. Our kids are the most important thing, and that's what this message is all about. That is who I'm trying to convince you to start speaking to, and that is the message that I bring to you today. It's so good to see all sides come together, including them around the front, because if they're here or any of them are here in this crowd now, it's your chance to hear what we have to say, or at least I have to say. Now, I work with doctors all across the U.S. and around the world. I work with them on unmaskingthetransmovement.com. Other people who are involved, like Dr. Ann Gillies out of Ontario. She's marching in Ottawa today. She has stood neck and neck, side by Camille the whole way along. She is part of his executive board. I also speak with another gentleman who is part of a trauma therapy. Really helps. What happens is he gives out information to individuals like sexual predators. He works with those individuals to try to help them when they're incarcerated to break that chain, to get them the education.
Yeah, Mr. Beansy Beans, I don't doubt it. These creeps out here that are hurting kids, they're messed up. That's why I don't really believe in rehabilitation of CSC offenders. I don't believe that's real at all. I think people that hurt kids, there's only one way to fix it.
Throw at me. What I'm about to present is a combined effort between myself and my writer, journalist,
and my partner, Sane Lady from Wake Up Canada News. Now, we developed this to challenge everyone's views here today, to get you thinking for yourselves and help find solutions. We can't keep scrapping on the street corner. I stand here to ask questions to all sides that they will answer in hopes that this opens up a more productive discussion moving forward rather than continuing to argue and fight. You see, we are all Manitobans, are we?
Tam, thanks for letting me know. I haven't really been pulling anything from YouTube, but I pulled him up.
Or my point, I need to express some opinions along the way because it leads to just so many questions. I truly believe that there are kids who want to transition, and I'm not against that. Let me make that perfectly clear. I'm not against kids that want to transition, but they want to transition, not be forced, not teach them in schools. You want to get transition, you go get transition. Now, we all know that teachers, resource counselors...
Tom down, we put down dogs that attack kids. I'm saying.
Help a student now that wants to transition. And even I can understand why that's become important. So we can all agree, right?
Well, it looks like things are kicking off in Alberta. I think they're getting their march started, so we're going to swap over there.
All right, okay, now that we can agree on that, we're 2 for 2. So just stay with me, okay? My message today is to you that we love our children and we want the best for them.
Okay, that's good. I'm not allowed to talk to you.
Just a second, I gotta grab their info so I can put it in the location. Now, if this is just continuously too much of a blurry mess, we'll switch over. It seems this Tommy Temper person has maybe a little bit more clear feed. I think they're in the same area. But we'll see how things go. This person could just be standing in a dead spot for their cell phone. We'll give it some time and see how it goes. It's kind of nice covering a live stream though. It's been a while. It's not quite fire in the streets, but you know, it's a good cause. The only thing that kills me about it is I think everyone knows that the politicians and the movie stars and all the stuff, that they're all predators. I think everybody already knows that, so I don't really understand what getting everyone together to march down the street does. Because protesting and rallying is just about spreading awareness. It doesn't really do any more than that. You're a nuisance while spreading awareness. Or they call it civil disobedience. But I think everyone's already aware about the pedos and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Other than just feeling good about standing up to this, I don't really know what this actually does. But I am glad that people care. I'm happy to see that.
Leave our kids alone!
Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone!
Stop, soldier, 1, 2, 3! Leave our kids alone! You know.
Ghostly, you crack me up. I don't think I could say that out loud while YouTube is watching, but my goodness, that's hilarious. What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom.
Yes, lots of kids out here.
They don't like it either. Stuff being pushed on and jammed down their throats. People getting special treatment is going on.
Matthew, no, Klaus is here somewhere.
Oh, hey guys.
I'll snatch him up when he walks by me next.
Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. Good job. Right side. I just love seeing all these different people here, you guys. Sure, it's come a long way from when we started. That's why I got this sign here. Protect all children. Because we have to protect all of them. Even their kids, they just don't know it. They just don't know it because they're messed up. Sure.
DeRosa, show us your kitties.
Look at all the kids here. Way to go, guys. Good seeing you here.
There's a lot of people.
True Ruby Shoes. Somebody on YouTube got taken down for showing this. I was wondering if that would happen. If this would be, I don't want to say it and give them ideas, but against their communist guidelines. I wondered. I don't know. I try not to think about community guidelines. We have so many great platforms that we live stream on that don't hate our guts and they don't hate our constitutional rights. So I'm kind of unbothered by YouTube at this point. It's just the hooligans who refuse to leave YouTube that it seems to be a problem for more than me. They're always welcome to come to Rumble. We're not live on Odyssey today because something's going on with Odyssey servers, but we're live on Twitch, Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com. All those platforms will allow you to save most things and watch clearly without censorship. So I don't know why anybody watches on YouTube at this point. Even like a lot of people say, well, I can't watch on my TV. Well, you can. You can watch Rumble on your TV. So at this point, I don't really understand why nobody sees what's going on over at YouTube.
Thank you.
Oh, our camera guy stepped into a dead spot.
Perfect.
Good turnout.
Ghostly, only feds stay on YouTube. For now. Eventually they'll come over to the Rumble. They'll have no choice. They'll have to come to Rumble to see all the great things we're saying.
We just care. Yeah, they got that conflict coming. I look familiar? Yeah.
Matthew, good numbers. Yeah, all of these lives seem to have a pretty good turnout. That's what I was saying is, I'm glad to see so many people being on this side and standing against all the nonsense.
Yeah, when a tyrannical government we have with the candidates on the
Happy Freedom Snooks, and welcome to the live.
Found your mom and your auntie.
Oh, good. Picture? They're waiting for you guys. Auntie.
by the sign maker.
Are you going on the walk?
Oh, yeah.
Filming everybody first, and then we'll go with Dan. You guys are just going to keep up with it. Are you okay?
It's loud. I know. My ears hurt too.
Just checking on the other lives. I think we'll give this another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll cover the videos that we have to cover today. And then after we get done with that, we should be at the point where we can cover the Orange Eagle. The event's already started. I think it's in Iowa. I have it pulled up, but Orange Eagle's not supposed to be on the stage for the next 28 minutes. Yeah, he's in Iowa. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. We'll be covering the Orange Eagle. We'll be shutting off YouTube because can't show the Orange Eagle over on YouTube. We'll be lucky if I don't get strikes over this. And one of the stories we got today, let's talk about how Russell Brand was just demonetized over on YouTube. YouTube sucks. I don't know why anybody uses that platform. It's dog shit. What's up, Christy Star? Happy freedom.
So there's the number for the petition, guys.
Yeah.
Screenshot that. Ready?
Go!
All right.
Let's go! All right, you gonna keep recording on?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get off mine. Ron. Did you get the number for the petition? He's gonna keep doing his live. Hey, there's some media dudes. Well, you CTV, CBC. Yeah. Oh, CBC.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Global news.
Global fake news. Leave our kids alone. Tell the truth. Tell no lies. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know the truth. We know the truth.
Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone.
Wake up, hands for the world!
Yeah!
So guys, I'm gonna get off.
Leave our kids alone! 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 Leave our kids alone!
What's up, Speedy Girl? Happy freedom.
Our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone!
George, I'm gonna have to walk beside you, buddy. That sign.
Oh, you got the back of my sign?
You get in the back of the sign.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I can't go live sideways. It won't let me anymore.
Oh, you got to start it out that way.
I did, but then it told me to rotate my phone.
Oh, yeah. Don't listen to that.
You can't go live. It's weird. I don't know if it's just this phone. All right, man. Head over, jump over to Ron's, you guys. He's going to keep going there. I'm going to shut mine down. So, love everybody. Be safe, folks.
I was trying to figure out what that guy's shirt said. It said kill something. On the left, guy in a white t-shirt. He's just below the frame now.
Now I got broccoli. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone.
What's up, Free Mind Art? Happy freedom.
Oh, I was on my freedom for his own one just now.
Oh, were you?
I guess so.
DCAT, it's funny to see Canada stand up for their freedom, but America isn't. What happened to true patriots? I don't know. I think that the retaliation against us is a lot more severe than it is to Canadians. when they go after Canadians, they go after their bank accounts and stuff, and that's because a lot of Canadians' money comes from the government. For every kid they get, if they're below what is considered poverty in that country, the government gives them an automatic like $1,200 or something like that. So if you got 2 kids, you're making, you know, like $2,400 a month just for crapping kids out. That's no job, no nothing. You don't even have to sign up for it. They just give it to you. Because they're on top of your data so much that they know the moment you crap that kid out, they're already writing the checks for you. They know how much you make. They know all that stuff because Canadians are heavily monitored by their government. And so when it comes to pushback against Canadian resistance, standing up for, you know, what they believe in, they hurt their bank accounts. But for us, they just hurt us. Look at the J6ers. They're still incarcerated. That didn't happen to any of the Canadians for the Freedom Convoy or anything like that. There was people arrested, and I'm not saying bad things don't happen to Canadians, but their consequences for their actions are far less severe than what happens here. Here, they'll throw you in a hole and leave you there till you die, and they'll tell your family you're still alive while it's happening. They don't do that in Canada. Here, an officer can come shoot you in the face right in front of everybody, and no one's going to do anything about it unless the cop's white and the victim was black. That's the only time someone's going to do something about it. Otherwise, you don't even get to be a face on a t-shirt. So I think the consequences here in America are so severe that people aren't as willing to go out and do stuff like this. But I don't think they're against it either, because when Canada did the Freedom Convoy, as soon as it ended, America did theirs. And I don't like to really go tit for tat for America and Canada, because the real deal is that we need as many freedom fighters as we can get. Anybody that's willing to stand up for the right thing, for what they believe in and what is best for their country, agreed upon as a collaboration, is all good. It's all good. And a lot of people take these opportunities to say, well, America's better for this or Canada's better for that. It really doesn't matter. That's just an invisible line that the government created. We're very much the same. We're very alike. And nobody's thrilled with what's going on. So whether you're on this side of the line or that side of the line, to see people standing up for the real greater good, I hate that. I wish I had another phrase, but I don't in mind right now. But the actual greater good, not the kind the government's always talking about. But any freedom fighter out there willing to stand up, I appreciate it. So it's my 2 cents on it.
Nice turnout today. Nice turnout all over Canada today.
What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Happy freedom.
Everywhere. Oh yeah, beautiful turnout, beautiful turnout. Sorry if it's all over the place. I gotta close up the stick so it's not so wobbly.
You know where I stand, right? My husband did kind of good life saving stuff.
I got excited. I met somebody I talked with.
Mr. Beansy Beans. Those J6ers that have been in prison since 2021, they're not going to release them. They'll probably set them there the rest of their lives, not unless Trump gets back and becomes president. He's in head for a bumpy ride, a really good one. I think the Orange Eagle will pardon those people. Well, they don't really need to be pardoned. They just need the court process to happen. And that's kind of what I mean, is like they screw with everything here. We have laws, they don't get enforced correctly, and then you get incarcerated and you can't get out until you get a court date, but then they just string your court date along. And then when you get sentenced, they just give you time served. You could have been sentenced to 90 days, but it took 2 years to get your court date. So you sat in jail for 2 years just to get 90 days. Then they just go, oh, time served, and everything's all good now. But really, you just got a year and 7 months taken off your life or whatever it is. And they don't care. They don't care. It's messed up. Someone in the chat talking about white privilege. I've never had white privilege. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of my accent. I don't know what it is. I've never had it though. I've always been one to be singled out. Put your hands on top of your head. Get down on your hands and knees. Put your face on the ground. No, I've never had any privilege. Not like that. Never got out of anything because of my skin color. Never was given anything because of my skin color. I've been homeless like 6 times, like living in the street homeless. Where was my white privilege then? What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom. Yeah, it's lots of support. YouTube is a battle. It is a battle. It's a tough situation because they got all that money. That's what makes their platform all smooth and stuff. And then they're owned by Google, so they're highly searchable. Everything in your video and the description and the title counts as metadata towards your searchability. Yeah, I know it's convenient and all that other stuff, but as far as covering the news and knowing what's going on, YouTube is the worst. It's like going to a kindergarten class to ask how the president's doing. Like, you'll never know. You'll never know taking that route. And that's how YouTube is. And so I think that's what burns me out, is that people talk about freedom and bitch about censorship and want free speech, or they claim to want free speech, but then they go on a platform that is against all of that. And then they just complain. They just sit there and complain. Oh man, it sucks over here. Well, don't watch over there. And then they're like, well, I'd rather watch here than anywhere else. Well, then don't bitch. Don't pretend to be patriotic and you're not even willing to get your ass off of one of the 1,000 platforms out there. That's what burns me up. I mean, you know, YouTube will always be the best place to watch cat videos and tutorials and things like that, music, until that content makes it to another platform. But people who care about freedom, they care about their rights, they care about the news, they care about networking, they care about being connected to what's actually happening around us. Don't be that person and still be on YouTube, because you are answering your own question to why things suck. It's because you're supporting a platform that doesn't support what you're here for. That's what burns me up.
And of course he told me that. Hey, wait a minute. Can I give you a hug? Oh my God. It's so
How's it
good
going?
to see you. How are you doing?
Good. I'm just trying to get up to the front.
Okay.
We'll be back over that way.
How's your
mom? She's in a better place now.
Seppa, Twitch is censoring too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Twitch doesn't hit me very hard, but when they do, they're very deceitful about it. They'll give me a strike and won't tell me. They'll just log me out of my account, and I'll try to log in and I can't. and I'll think, you know, password's messed up or something, and I gotta write customer service, and then they're like, oh, we're actually punishing you. You can't sign into your account because you're being punished. You'll be able to sign in a month. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't even know what I did wrong.
Oh, it's nice to see all the kids here. All the parents standing up for the children.
See, like, if we were watching America right now, all these people would be getting harassed by police for being in the street. They'd be getting harassed, do you have a permit for this march? And these people may have a permit for their march, although you shouldn't need one. But they would be getting harassed by police, stay on the sidewalk, and, you know, getting treated like extremists and stuff for a patriotic march. Now, if it was BLMers, of course, this would be fine. They'd even be able to pull the drivers out of the car at gunpoint, and it would be fine. The officers would just stand there and be like, cool. But anybody with, you know, American flags, Trump hats, anything like that, oh no, you would not be allowed to march in the street. You'd be getting roughed up right now. But I'm glad that they're not being targeted like that by law enforcement, because they're not doing anything wrong. They're standing up for kids. Anybody against that is a pedophile, and, well, they should be taken out back and put down.
Apply that to an educational curriculum.
Well, here in a second, we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to go into these couple of videos that I have. What is going on? Somebody's being modded over on... Okay, never mind. I'll deal with that in a second. We have a couple videos to cover before covering the Orange Eagle. He will be on stage. He's supposed to be on stage in 11 minutes. In 11 minutes. He's always fashionably late, just a tad. He has multiple stops today. I don't think we're going to cover the whole deal. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a good chance it's going to be like copy and paste. All the places he stops to give a speech is most likely going to be the same speech over and over again. So we're going to cover the first one, and then that'll be the end of the show today. And I probably don't have to say this, but I have this eating at me. I want you guys to know, when I bitch about YouTube, I am not bitching about Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys who watch. And I probably don't have to say that. You probably know. I tell you all the time, I greet you when I see you come through the door. I really appreciate all of you Hooligans, no matter what platform you watch on. I just don't like what YouTube is doing to us, the people, because you get in this mindset that YouTube is a video archive that you can go to research things and see historical events. But that's not true. It's so censored and manipulated that we got to get that out of our minds. And I'm bitching about that, never about Hooligans. So the videos we're going to be covering, I mentioned it at the beginning of the live, but for everybody that's just now getting here. Our first video is titled, YouTube Blocks Russell Brand from Making Money After Sexual Assault Allegations. Then we have a video titled, New York City Migrant Crisis. Staten Island demonstrators block bus during protest, because people in Staten Island, they're tired of border crossers being there. So we're going to cover both of those videos, and then we will be covering the Orange Eagle as he gets on stage. We'll probably get started in a minute or so. After we get through the videos, we're going to be cutting off YouTube because I can't show Trump on YouTube. You never know what he's going to say. All you can, tell is it's probably going to be something that YouTube doesn't like. So, can't show it on YouTube. So we'll be covering these next two videos, cutting off YouTube, showing the Orange Eagle. Oh, then the live froze.
Oh no, we have an occupation now.
Leave our kids alone!
We have an occupation going on.
Destiny, you stocked up on cold and flu meds yesterday? Awesome. Yeah, because they're pulling all that stuff off the shelves. They're taking all that stuff. They do not want you to find a way to be comfortable this winter when everybody gets sick, because everybody gets sick when it gets cold. They're taking all that stuff off the shelves. The FDA said that it's ineffective. It doesn't work. They're pulling it off the shelves, so you're not buying it anymore. And it's like Sudafed and Mucinex and a whole list of meds are being pulled off the shelf. You will no longer have access to them. They're claiming it's for the greater good. It's so you don't waste your money on products that don't work. But if the government cared that much, we wouldn't have beer and cigarettes and all the other things that kill us. So I'm thinking it's something else. But if you like having access to those kind of things that help you when you're a little bit worn out and beaten down by life and germs and everything else, better go get it now. Because when it's sold out, it's gone. It's gone. And the only way to feel better is to go to the doctor. And you know how that's going to look on the news. And they're now mandating all the nurses again. You got to get jabbed up or get kicked out. So we're going to have half the staff at the hospitals, no meds for you to feel better. You'll have to go to the doctor to feel better. They'll have half as much staff to take care of you. All of a sudden, it looks like hospitals are overwhelmed again. Don't play the game. Just go out and get what you need now. Astral Hammer, you have to sign for Sudafed at pharmacies around me in mid-Michigan. I'm not going to ask you why. As a fellow Michigander, I can guess why. Why that is. Appeal to heaven. Honey kills a lot of sickness. You can warm it and add it to whiskey, etc. Yes, honey is very good for you, and I guess, from what I understand, peroxide is actually made from honey. So if you have tooth pain and stuff, you can actually consume honey, and it won't react like sugar where it makes your teeth ache. Honey won't do that. It can actually calm the nerves down if you have toothaches and stuff. Honey is amazing. Real honey. You gotta have real honey. It can help with sinus issues, allergies, all that stuff. Honey is great. DCAT, in America, you're innocent until proven guilty, but under this administration, that is not the case. It's true. That is true. Totally picking up what you're laying down. Zero, honey is brain food too. Yep. Honey is very good for you. Well, hooligans, that's that of the live, the march and all that stuff. I will do my best to provide all the links to you guys for all these lives that we covered. I'm not going to add a whole bunch of titles and stuff. It's always changing. It's always changing. These lives are starting and stopping, and to dig through all this would be a full-time job. But after the live is over, after this live is over, I'll have all those links in the description. So if you want to go back and watch those marches in their entirety and from beginning to end and all of that, you will have the access to do that. I will make sure to put that in the description for you guys to all check out. But we got to get moving forward. We got more stuff to cover before the Orange Eagle gets on stage. Trying to think ahead here, get everything taken care of. What's going on with my beats? Where's my beats at? All quiet and stuff. Alright, hooligans, so we're going to start with this first video titled YouTube Blocks Russell Brand from Making Money After Sexual Assault Allegations. I don't know a whole lot about the allegations and stuff. I know Russell Brand is quite the character. He's doing very well over on Rumble. He was red-pilled not that long ago. He used to be a raging liberal. But now, I don't want to say he's conservative, but his brain's functioning to a higher vibration at this point. He's started to have his eyes open, and he's calling out hypocrisy, the jab and the plague, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Calling it out. Now all of a sudden, got these SA allegations towards him. Not sure about all of that, but YouTube did not hesitate to demonetize him. And I think that's crazy. I think that's like the equivalence of a job firing you because of something you did somewhere else outside of work hours. I don't know why they can do that stuff. They did the same thing to Andrew Tate and pretty much anybody else that they don't like, right? They did it to Trump. As soon as they can find a reason to demonetize you, they will. So either way, we're going to get started on this. First, I want to remind you guys, because I forgot earlier, go get you a Free the Orange Eagle t-shirt. We got shirts, tank tops, hoodies, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. You can find it on the merch store. If that's not your style, you can go ahead and get the Screaming Goat. If you guys would like to check that out, we have tons of designs. This shirt was considered too spicy for the main merch store. So if you would like this shirt, you got to go to the second merch store. When you go down the Linktree list, I'll just post a Linktree for you guys. When you go down the list, you'll see a merch store for hooligan clothes and things like that. You'll see another one that says flags, patches, hats. This shirt is on the second one where you can get flags, patches, and hats. I'll drop the Linktree link in the chat for you guys to go check out all this stuff while you're watching the video.
The standard here is the problem. And that clause that you depicted from YouTube, I mean, you can drive a Mack truck through that. So in theory now, what we're setting as a new standard, apparently, since there's been no criminal charge, no criminal complaint, no lawsuit, the standard now is any woman who wants to effectively demonetize someone on YouTube can make an allegation against them. Because that's really all that's happened here. And if you look at what the allegations are, I mean, look, I think one of them is very serious and has some sincere credibility attached to it. But one of those in the documentary, the British documentary, was depicted anonymously by a paid actress, not even the actual accuser. So there are some significant problems with the allegations. But my biggest concern is what's the standard here? And the precedent and the slippery slope here is incredibly dangerous. There's one other aspect of this, Dan, and that's the political element, which I find fascinating because of the timing of this. And your guest alluded to this. The right wing is now embracing Russell Brand because they think he is the target of the liberal elites because of his position, for instance, on the COVID panic and the vaccines. Well, here's a guy who used to be part of the liberal elite himself. Russell Brand is being thrown under the bus by a liberal elite entity like YouTube and Google.
Let me let Lauren respond, and then I want to play a quick piece of sound from. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I mean, I'm just going to say right now, because one accusation is all it takes. That accusation was vile. That, I mean, in itself is like, who cares about anything else if there was an actress on the documentary? I mean, they wanted to remain anonymous. So, yeah, they had an actress.
So let's prove it.
Right. I mean, I don't want to get into the allegations, I guess, but she did go to a rape crisis center after. Yeah. She had a letter. She texted Russell Brand. I mean, that in itself right there is proof. Him saying, I'm very sorry, not denying anything. So that alone right there, fire the guy from everything he's doing.
Okay, but what's the standard? Is it just an allegation, or is it a criminal complaint, and or is it a charge?
I guess, John, let me play
lawsuit?
devil's advocate here. I guess the standard would be that entities can determine the credibility, right? The same way that they can make a judgment, right? Do you agree with me, by the way, John, that movies can make decisions to cancel someone because they've decided that the allegations are credible?
Of course, because it's a financial decision that they're making for their product. But YouTube, as you very well stated, is a completely different entity.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Sitting here watching this Trump live. I think he's supposed to be on stage any minute now. I'm seeing people in the crowd with their phones up and whatnot. We got enough time to talk about this really quick, though. Like I said before, I don't understand why YouTube takes it upon themselves to go out of their way and censor people and ban people if they didn't actually do anything wrong on the platform. And things are getting sticky because they are changing the community guidelines over on YouTube. So Russell Brand's demonetized right now. If he's currently experiencing a strike and I show his face on the live, I will then get a strike because I'm showing someone who is being penalized, and therefore I'm getting them around the penalty by showing them, by exposing them to YouTube viewers while they're being punished. If you watch the Louder with Crowder live when he took the YouTube re-education survey thing that they want all YouTube creators to go through when they're punished, so you can understand why you're punished and don't ever do that again, you terrible person. And so they discussed all of that. If somebody is being punished on YouTube and you show them, like if I was to show Andrew Tate, and I think he's banned on YouTube right now, if he's banned and I show him, I can now be banned, demonetized, all that. Well, I already was demonetized. There ain't a whole lot they could do to me. Give me strikes and delete me permanently. That's about all I got left on the menu. But the rules are becoming more harsh every day, and now they have a re-education program. So when you get punished, you have to take training to get out of the punishment. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. And I think a lot of people don't even want to watch me go through that. So once again, YouTube fucking sucks. And we need to just migrate away from that platform. You know, everybody talks about how great YouTube is compared to other platforms, but what they're failing to realize, if you just left YouTube and went and supported these other platforms, they probably have the finances and the drive, the motivation to fix their platforms to be even better. It's just my 2 cents on it. Everybody on this screen here is phones in the air, and I don't know that we have time to cover this next story. So I might just post it in the news board over on Gilded and on jeffmaclive.com if you guys would like to check it out. I just don't think we have time for it. I'm trying to think. Making decisions here. This last video we have is New York City migrant crisis. Staten Island demonstrators block bus during protest. People of Staten Island pissed about the border crossers. They're now building another facility to house these border crossers, and people are pissed off about it. Well, decisions. We could start the video, and I'll sit here and watch this live, and then as soon as Orange Eagle comes out, we'll just flip over. I think that's what we'll do, because everybody's kind of on edge. It doesn't seem like anyone knows when he's gonna make an appearance. What just happened? Did their live just take a crap? It almost looks like their live just kicked the bucket on Rumble. Okay, I think we got time. It's a weird day today. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right, once again, New York City migrant crisis. Staten Island demonstrators block bus during protest.
Governor Hochul discussed New York's migrant crisis with President Biden yesterday in a conversation she called very productive.
Okay, meantime, on Staten Island, 10 people were arrested, taken into police custody because they were protesting a new migrant shelter at a former senior living facility on their borough. Briella Tomasetti has more from Midland Beach. I mean, things are starting to get a little disruptive in almost every borough. They don't want them there anymore.
Yeah, and in fact, Rosanna and Bianca, there is a police presence here this morning because those protests last night were so disruptive. Protesters got in front of a bus at one point, blocking it from entering that facility. As a reminder, the city is caring for nearly 60,000 migrants right now. Let's face it, that number is not expected to get smaller anytime soon. Now, Mayor Adams says that he has communicated with the White House about the urgency of the moment, but it's also clear that tensions are rising between the mayor and President Biden. The two did not cross paths yesterday, nor are they expected to today. So now all options are on the table. And yes, one of those options includes a new shelter here on Staten Island. More mayhem on Staten Island during yet another night of intense protests. Police from the NYPD.
All right, he's on his way out. So if you're on YouTube, you need to go to Rumble right now because we are ending the live on YouTube. Oh yeah.